Good morning students. In this video we are going to learn punctuations. What are punctuations? Okay. A punctuation is a mark or sign that is used while writing. Okay. These are the basic elements while writing a sentence or a paragraph. Okay. These are very important. These marks are very important. These marks help the reader to understand clearly. Okay. So today we are going to discuss three punctuation marks: full stop, comma and question mark. Okay. Full stop is also called as period, and this is the mark of a full stop. This is comma. Okay. You need to write in this way. Then the third one is question mark. Okay. These are the marks. Okay. Full stop. Okay. This is the mark or sign of full stop. Then comma. This is the mark or sign of comma. Then question mark, this is the sign or mark of question mark. Okay, these are very important and these helps to understand the reader clearly. Okay, so let us see when we have to use these punctuation marks. Coming to full stop, this is also called as period, and the most important thing is when do we use this full stop is to end a sentence. Okay, this is used when you end your sentence. My name is Rahul. If you say my name is Rahul, so there you need to give a little pause. Okay, there comes our full stop. Okay, suppose look at this sentence, my name is Rahul. This ends your sentence here, so keep full stop here, and while reading you need to give a little pause here. Okay, give little time, wait for a while, and then you need to read the second sentence. Let me write, I am 8 years old. Full stop again. Okay, this is ending your sentence. Okay, full stop is used to end a sentence. See, I have written a sentence here, my name is Rahul. Full stop. Then begin your second sentence, I am 8 years old. Okay, at the end you need to give a full stop. While reading also you need to give a little pause when you are getting a punctuation there. See here, my name is Rahul, I am 8 years old. Just a little pause, that is you need to wait for a while. Okay, full stop is used while you end a sentence. And one more usage is, it is used to denote abbreviations. It is also used to denote abbreviations. Okay, abbreviation means short form. What is it called? Short form. Abbreviation means short form. For example, Dr. Rajendra Prasad. If I say Dr. Rajendra Prasad, will I write like this? Dr. Rajendra Prasad. Will you write in this way? No, this is wrong. So you need to write in this way, Dr. full stop Rajendra Prasad. So wherever necessary, you need to write in this way. Okay, Dr. Rajendra Prasad. This indicates doctor. Similarly, Mr. Verma. Okay, or Mr. Sharma. Let us say Mrs. Sharma. So this is also the shortened form. This is the abbreviation. So the abbreviations must be followed in this way. Okay, look at the textbook here, children. The first thing we are learning is full stop or period. The primary use of a full stop is to end a sentence. It is also useful to write or denote abbreviations. An abbreviation is the shortened form of a word. So look at the example here. Mr. Rao was very happy to see his wife. Okay, observe this Mr. Rao. After this Mr, we are denoting or keeping a small full stop. Here Mr. is followed by a full stop. So this is the usage of full stop. The first use is when you end a sentence you need to keep a full stop, and the second one is when you write abbreviations or short forms. Look at this here. Have you ever heard about NASA? Yes, that is National Aeronautical Space Engineering. So look at this, which is printed in green. This is NASA. We read it as a whole, so you need not to keep full stop here. Okay, we are reading it as a whole, that is NASA. You need not to split this using a full stop. Okay, this is wrong way. So when you read or pronounce it as a whole, you need not to use full stop. Okay, as we are reading it NASA, we need not to split using a full stop here. If an abbreviated form is pronounced as a word, it is not necessary to include full stops. So this is the abbreviation. Okay, this is the short form, and the full form is National Aeronautical Space Administration. So that is the full form. As we are writing in a short form, that is we are using abbreviated form here. We need not to use full stops here. Okay, this is the correct way, and we are reading it as a whole, that is NASA. In the case of a special word like etc., the full stop is usually followed by a comma. So the next one is comma. Let us see in which situations we need to use comma. So look at this first situation, children. We use commas to separate two independent parts of a sentence. Okay, in separation of two independent parts of a sentence. Let us learn through some examples given here. While I was eating, the cat scratched at the door. Okay, see here. The person is eating, and at that time what happened? The cat scratched at the door. Okay. So these are the two independent parts of a sentence. This sentence is not dependent on the other. So you have to use comma here to separate this. Okay, while I was eating, comma, the cat scratched at the door. Look at the next one. He is writing the same sentence in different way. The cat scratched at the door while I was eating. Here, while is conjunction. While is conjunction. In the first sentence, we are beginning here with conjunction. While I was eating, and you need to give a comma here. Then the cat scratched the door. The same sentence we are writing in a different manner in the second way. See, the cat scratched the door while I was eating. As this is a conjunction here, you need not to use comma before this conjunction. Okay, don't use comma before a conjunction. Look at the number 7. Look at this sentence where it is printed as number 7. You are not supposed to write in this way. Before a conjunction, you need not to use comma. So what is the correct way here? The cat scratched at the door while I was eating. You can write in this way. Okay, you can, what is there in number 3, that is correct. Okay, this is given for our reference, and you need not to use comma before a conjunction in this way. In the second set of sentences, if you are ill, you should see a doctor. You should see a doctor if you are ill. So observe these sentences, children. If you are ill, if is also a conjunction. If you are ill, comma, you should see a doctor. This is perfect. See, we are writing in a different way again. You should see a doctor, comma, if you are ill. As I told you, we should not use comma before conjunction. Okay, if is also a conjunction. So before this conjunction you should not use this comma. So what is the correct sentence here? If you are not using comma, you should, and using conjunction, you should write in this way. You should see a doctor if you are ill. Simply write this sentence without using comma. Note that the 7 sentences are already connected by a conjunction, so comma is not required. Look at these sentences, children, where number 7 is printed. In these sentences, we are already using a conjunction here. So you need not to use comma where you are using conjunctions. So this is the first situation where you need to use conjunctions. Then we have to use these conjunctions in before introductory words. Okay, this is the second thing, before introductory words. Look at this example. What are the introductory words here? Introductory words should be followed by a comma. The introductory words are yes, however, well. Look at these examples. Yes, you can come to the party. Okay, these are the introductory words and you can use this while using introductory words. However, she was late to the school that day. Okay, in this way you need to use comma and give a little pause while reading. Well, today seems to be a great day. So you need to use comma whenever you are using such introductory words. Then let us see situation 3. Use a pair of commas in the middle of a sentence to include a phrase that gives additional information to the main body of the sentence. So in the same sentence, children, you can use 2 commas. In the same sentence you can use comma 2 times. Do not confuse here. Okay, to separate the main part of the sentence. Look at the example here. John and Jill, the couple from next door, are coming for dinner party tonight. So John and Jill, comma, the couple from next door. Okay, John and Jill, we are already mentioning the name here. We can simply say John and Jill are coming to the party tonight, but here we are having some additional information about this John and Jill. At that time we need to use a comma here. Look at this. John and Jill, comma, the couple from next door, comma again, are coming for dinner tonight. You need to use a comma when you are having some additional information about the subject. Look at this. We can also write in this way, John and Jill, comma, John and Jill are coming for dinner tonight. As we are having an additional information here, we are using comma again. See, John and Jill, comma, the couple from next door, comma, are coming for dinner tonight. Look at the second example. Varun and Tarun, comma, sons of Mr. Raj, comma, went to the same school. You can simply say Varun and Tarun went to the same school. But why are we using comma here? See, Varun and Tarun, comma, sons of Mr. Raj. Okay, we are having some additional information here about Varun and Tarun. That is why we are using comma and giving a little pause while reading. Varun and Tarun, sons of Mr. Raj, went to the same school. So this is one more usage of comma. Then we will discuss in the next video the other uses of comma.